pressing live in 3, 2, 1. Make sure that.
Where's my money?
Where's my money, damn it?
I want to
All right, and we are live. So, welcome everyone that may be watching at some point in the future to Dragon Ball: A New Journey. And I guess we'll just get started.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully my
So,
microphone's
just for
okay.
everyone that's watching, this isn't a homebrew timeline. Takes place, Super and all that happened. So there are maybe some characters that from the main show that will show up, but I'm not going to go into details as to the changes in this timeline. But there's been some changes, and you will see those unfold as the characters interact and learn more about things that happened. I'll probably at some point post a document with the current timeline as it is, so if you want to know all the details, it'll be there. But with that, I would like all of you to roll me a d6, and we will go from there to see who I will start doing things with first.
Okay, let me pull up my document. I was like, we can put the document in the description. Oh.
Okay, so
Looks like,
Looks
if
like
it's
we've
low,
got-
it's king.
It's either
if
low
it's high, it's
first or it's high first. What's it gonna
so
be?
I was gonna go high first.
Okay.
So yeah.
Take it away.
So yeah, so it's gonna start. We're gonna start over here with Garlock. So Garlock, you've been traveling back towards Earth for it's been about a month or so. You've been off doing your own thing, and now you're finally journeying back to Earth, which you've never been to. So you're very interested to, I'm assuming you're very interested to,
Yeah.
meet the headquarters and everything.
Headquarters, eat
And
the food.
Icer, yes.
Yeah.
And Icer has been very silent lately. Like, normally he's a little bit more, he's not a talkative person, but if you approach him and try and strike a conversation, he will engage. He might not be happy about it. He might be, he's a kind of a brooding character, but you can get a smile or two out of him here and there. But he has been, like, almost deadpan, complete silence for the past, 3 weeks. Like, something feels off. And it's been about a month of you traveling, and you hear the computer tell you that you'll be arriving on Earth in about 10 minutes. So during those 10 minutes, is there anything particular you would like to do, or are you just going to sit and wait?
I think Golak definitely gets out of his chair because he's probably been cramped up in it's not a super tiny spaceship probably. It's definitely a spaceship that makes Garlock feel probably not too comfortable. I think assumingly he would just be like, why can't I just fly to Earth? And he's like, no, you have to follow protocol. It's like, ugh. So I definitely think he just kind of gets up and mostly just wanders around the spaceship, seeing if everybody's ready for the journey, and just kind of relaxing. Probably not bothering. If Icer is around, he would check and see how he's doing, but I don't think at this moment in time he would be like, hey, Icer, how's it going?
Hey, best buddy.
Hey, best buddy?
Yeah, Icer would be, he's not confining himself to his quarters, so he's still, out and about doing things, but he is very... He's pacing, he's got his arms crossed behind his back, and you see he's very apprehensive. And the instant he heard that thing, he's walking even faster, and he's definitely apprehensive to say the least.
I think Garlock would definitely. I think Garlock kind of walks up to Icer with a bit of respect. Looks at him, he's like, Lord Icer, are you alright? I'm not one to ask, but you've seemed nervous throughout the entire trip. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just, I don't know. Earth.
It's clearly something, Icer. respectively, like you can at least confide in me. I'm I've kept most of the things you've told me to myself, of course. It's it's fine to have a leader be nervous about things.
It's just my cousin is on that planet, and our relationship is not great. So
Uh,
I'm a little
good cousin,
apprehensive.
a bad cousin kind of deal. Like, what exactly are we talking about?
Well, he says he's here for good intentions, but I don't trust a word that comes out of his mouth.
Gee, it's that kind of deal, ain't it? Well, the best we can do is keep an eye on him and make sure at least the Galactic Patrol, or Universal Patrol keeps itself together. It's it's been a chaotic time for the universe. So, I mean, I can try to keep an eye on him once you're, you know, not around, because frankly, if you're worried about him, someone has to keep an eye on him.
I mean, yeah. I would definitely appreciate it. That is part of the reason why I brought you along with me, not just left you there.
Will I get a slight pay raise, Lord Icer?
You don't get paid.
I want to get paid.
You get paid with food and a space to live, okay? We literally found you in
You'll get
space,
paid
okay?
in
You're lucky.
experience. You're an intern.
Listen, one day I'm gonna go on a mission and I need to get paid if we manage to save the universe one day, okay?
And if you do, you will gladly get paid. But until that
We'll
point,
give
you are
you
paid
a-
with food and a place to live.
We'll give you a commissary gift card.
Is the food on Earth at least good?
I would hope so.
I mean, it's kind of your base. What would you recommend to go on Earth after I meet Icer?
I mean, last time I was on there, it was pretty good. So as far as I'm aware, it's pretty good.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just see what happens once we go there. And don't be afraid to confide in me. I know it's rough. It's not been easy for any of us.
Yeah, it's definitely been a rough while. And hopefully this will make things a little bit easier.
Well, maybe we get some new recruits then, and getting stronger.
That's the idea.
Well, things will look up for us. Don't worry about it.
I just hope as much as I don't trust him, I really do hope that he is here for the reason he says. But, well, if you know anything about my family, then you should know that they can't be trusted.
I mean, I trust you. That's more to say than any other frost demon that I've met, and I've met absolutely one. So far, maybe this one can make a change in the universe for the better.
Well, I guess we'll find out, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna go strap back in, probably get some stuff ready, and get ready to land on Earth.
Well, then I guess just be prepared and hopefully things will turn out pretty well.
Hopefully. All we can worry about at this moment. And hey, if he is bad, we can handle him. And I think Garluck, after that talk, just waits for the ship to arrive on Earth. Kind of looking out at the the vast openness of space.
All right. So with that, the scene will shift, and we will shift to a dark room with there's a few lights here and there, with about half a dozen jail cells. The front part are some sort of energy force field, and over in one you see Hale sitting in the corner with just a bowl of soup. And it's been about a month that you've been in here. You're getting a little impatient, but you know that with patience comes results. And unfortunately, even if you tried to break out, you couldn't, because whatever these force fields are seems to be some sort of like energy dampening fields. You have a feeling that if you're to power up to full, really suddenly you might be able to overpower them and break out, but that probably wouldn't look too good for you, so...
And would probably leave me quite injured.
That too.
Even if I only did it for a second, dropping out of it on the same turn, I would still probably take a bit of damage.
He just breaks out of the cell and instantly dies. Just, finally, I'm free, then drops down dead.
Yeah. At this point, Hale is leaning back on the vastly inferior cot that he has been given, remaining very stoic and silent, as he just stares up at the ceiling, where over the course of the last while, he has been sketching with little key lasers. Over the course of the last month, he's been making tick marks, being like, "Father was right. I think he was a piece of shit." Literally, just passing the days in this mind-numbing location.
Yeah, like the last words you remember your father telling you, be like, I warn you, son, if you go there, they will arrest you, and you will be, it probably won't be great for quite a while.
Yes.
There's a reason there's a reason we kicked him out to begin with.
Yeah. In all reality, Hale was banking on Icer being here so that he could talk to him. But seeing as he was off planet at the time, Hale has been begrudgingly waiting.
Yep. And as you're sitting there, eating your soup and scratching in your marks, you start to hear footsteps, and you see this old, probably middle-aged, gruff humanoid, but with blue skin, start to walking towards your cell with a pair of handcuffs. All right, get up.
He just looks over very casually, very a bit of a sneer on his face, before sighing and getting up, and he's saying, "You do know those won't work if you actually need them, right?"
Trust me, these will work. And then he presses a button on them, and they glow with the same blue light as the force field that's surrounding you.
Fine, I'll go along with the theatrics. He stands up, grabbing the cloak that he's wearing and kind of dusting it off slightly. "I recommend getting new beds. Pretty sure these ones fell apart last era." He says as he sticks his wrists out very sassily, just get it over with. I assume cousin's back.
Yeah, he taps a couple of buttons, and there's one portion of the force field that expands out into a small little circle just big enough for you to put your wrist through. And you put your wrist through. He puts the cuffs on you. When he presses a button on the cuffs, they start glowing blue, and the instant they start glowing blue, the force field turns off, and you're able to step out. And he just kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Yeah, he wants to see you."
"Great, I want to see him."
And you begin walking. And with that, we will move over to Riku. Riku, you are currently just sitting in this big office space Sitting in a chair next to you stands Piccolo, who's looking, as gruff as normal. He's just, rarely a smile ever to be seen. He's just kind of like patiently waiting. And he's like, and you see he's like tapping his foot, like, "Ugh, you're supposed to be here 30 minutes ago."
Riku kind of like, he's just sitting in the chair, arms sprawled out and like legs crossed, and he raises his arms, stretches. Yeah, it's kind of getting boring. But I mean, hey, these things take time.
Hopefully you should be here any minute. And just as he says that, the doors open and you see a black-skinned frost demon. You've seen pictures of Icer, so you would immediately know that this is Icer walking through with a very strange person at his side, a pinkish-skinned humanoid with red hair, a tail, and black and purple armor.
Riku, his head kind of goes forward a bit, and he squints. What is that?
Garlock, you can say whatever you want.
I think Garlock for a split second kind of tries to like turn around and see what he's looking at, but then he realizes he's looking at him. Is like, oh, hello. So, are you looking at me or like the wall or what? Who are you looking at?
Riku gets up. He like walks over to the side, and he kind of like his head goes one way, goes the other. He squats, looks at your feet, and he stands back up, and he like he blows into your ear hole.
Like definitely steps back, kind of like in a fighting stance, just like as like the ear like blows back air in your face. What the hell is that?
He points, and he squints again. What are those? Do you hear out of those things?
Yeah, of course I hear out of those things. Like, what are those? Like, and he just like points at like that giant cape your character's wearing. Why would you wear that? It looks like it gets in the way.
His nose scrunches. He's like, "Hey, shut up! I like this cloak. He gave it to me." And he like points to Piccolo.
Oh God, he's big.
Who's that big ass fucker? Damn,
Piccolo is just eyeing you up with like a very like curious but knowing expression, like he's like, oh, but not saying anything.
On the Galactic Patrol, would we have seen Namekians or like, what like?
Probably,
okay,
yeah. They, like the Namekians have become. They're still mostly peaceful race, but a few of the warrior Namekians have just they have bred more in warrior type Namekians, and a couple of them have spread out across the universe. There's still not that many, like maybe like 3 or 4 that are like part of the patrol, because Namekians are mostly peaceful. But you've definitely come across at least one.
I think Garlock seen a Namekian and at least not knowing much about them. But at least
yeah, they're rare, but you've definitely seen one.
I definitely think. I think Garlock.
But Piccolo is definitely a lot bigger and a lot more mean-looking than most other Namekians.
Garlock basically bows to this massive Namekian. He's like, "Apologies. I didn't expect to see a fighter such as you and him here. I apologize for the wait. We were stuck in space traffic, for a very long time."
He kind of looks at you, scoffs, and then looks at Icer. Is that all, or are we waiting for one else? Icer just kind of eyes him. No, we're waiting for one more. And as he says that, the doors kick open and the very gruff...
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, dear God, here we go.
Some time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been quite a long time.
It has. I haven't seen you in, 15 years? 16? Something like that, I don't know. Father wishes you his best, he says in the most sarcastic way possible.
He goes and he just puts his hands up to his nose. He's like, yes, I bet he does.
Oh yes, he's hired the best to go after you. He says a bit jokingly.
No, as he says that, he's like, "Oh, so that's what that was last week."
Yes.
as he says that, he kind of like looks over at Garlock and he's like, "Don't worry, you weren't a part of that.
Oh, this is
You were." He's like, "You were training during that."
okay. Garlock just kind of looks and like not. I think he expected like an actual Frost demon, not in like chains or just like with handcuffs come in, and it's like, oh, it's just gonna be a talk, and this dude's like bound, like glowing, glowing handcuffs, just like, oh.
Speaking of which, he raises up his wrist and is like, "Ahem? Do you mind? I'm not gonna blow up your office."
He's like, he kind of looks at you, and you actually see for like the littlest bit of a smile. And he's like, "We'll get to those in a minute."
Oh.
Oh, you're enjoying this much too much.
Yeah, I am.
Fine. Been here for a month. I can wait 5 more minutes.
He looks over at the gruff soldier and he's like, "You're dismissed." And the gruff soldier salutes and then just goes through the door and kind of like slams them shut behind him. He's like, "Don't slam the door. They were broken last week. We don't need them broken again." Okay.
Just a casual ta-ta, lackey.
And so Icer gets up because he walked over to his chair and sat down, but now he gets up, goes to the front of his desk, and then like sits on top of it, and he eyes all three of you equally. He's like, and you see he's like he wants to say something to each and one of you, but you see that like he hesitates and then looks back over at Hale like, I should address him first, but I should also address these guys. But then he looks over and he finally goes over to looks at you, Hale, and goes, "Why are you here?"
Out of the kindness of my heart. No.
We all know that's not true.
Yes.
What is your real reasoning here? You know,
Well-
I've got enough paperwork to fill out. I don't need to fill out 5 more funeral papers.
Well, since you poached just about every one of our men so many years ago, we haven't really been able to recover to the fullest extent. Meaning, I don't have anyone to train with, besides Father, and you both know that doesn't go well.
Because at the instant you say that, you see he actually like lets out a chuckle. He looks at you dead in the eyes, like, "How many weeks have you spent in a healing chamber?"
A few. This is my 8th arm.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
very funny.
That
You try fighting the
that
strongest
fits.
thing in the universe. It goes great.
I mean, there's
you see he doesn't say anything. We just see a single sweat drop just goes down his face.
Yes. So, I don't have anyone to train with. You have the largest force in the universe, at least seemingly so. Figured if I sign up with you for a little while, I can get things worked out. Till I'm strong enough to go back and actually train with Father. But based on the men I've seen here so far, I might have been under the wrong assumption.
He kind of looks at you and he's like,
Do you know how many
So-
of those donuts they go through every day? I've rarely seen a guard pass by without 5.
he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, that's kind of been a problem. I'm trying to address that, but you know, you can't really ban donuts when there are people among us that can literally create donuts out of thin air. So there's only so much you can do."
Huh? Donuts?
point.
Where?
Yeah, insert Garlock just secretly like having 10 boxes of donuts out of nowhere. Just like found them. I took them all. Just offers one to this other guy sitting next to him. Want one?
But yes.
Yeah, I'll take one. You got glaze?
I mean, what does
Bones?
Garlock just like gives you a box and like slowly like takes the other 9 boxes and starts eating them.
That'll
But
do.
yes.
Thank you.
As much as this is just for me, it does help you as well, as much as Father hates that.
So you're only here for training. So you mean that you're willing to do what I say for the sake of it?
I will follow the conduct your soldiers are held to. Do not expect that to mean I will do anything you tell me to. I won't do silly things. But I will do jobs, and I will work. Fair enough.
Oh God, I hope I'm not regretting this. And he gets up, still holding the bridge of his nose, walks over, and he still just has like his arms crossed, just with one hand holding his head, and very slightly his tail kind of flows up, presses the button on the handcuffs, and the handcuffs fall off.
Thank you. Also, you should fire your chef. That soup was horrible. I've had it 8 times in the last month, and I'm pretty sure it's made out of pig's will.
Because it is. But he's like, he kind of looks like very defeated, like, I love that soup. And then he kind of says that. He then turns around and looks over.
Since your tastes have been dulled.
He looks over at Riku. Kind of just doesn't really, like, he eyes you up and down, like, not really sure what to think. He looks over at Piccolo. So this is your special student? Yeah, I finally think he's ready. Then he addresses you directly. What's your name, soldier?
Riku.
Riku. All right. He steps back and goes back into his seat. And he's like, well, normally when we do things like this, we typically have you all join the practical training, and then you're randomly selected to form a group. But he looks over at Hale. From what I know of your power, he looks over at Garlock. From the power of yours that I've seen, looks over at Riku, and from what Mr. Piccolo's reports, you guys are pretty strong. I think he kind of like glances over at Hale slightly. I think you guys would make a good team. Unfortunately, you will still have to go through the normal training, but once training is done, you won't have to wait for graduation or anything. You don't have to wait for any special things to put together a group. You guys will be all set to go on your merry way, take whatever missions you see fit that are within your grade. Obviously, you'll be starting at grade 1, so you'll only can take missions within that level.
We will get.
But
will we get to choose what mission we decide to go on? Couple.
yes, as long you can only go within missions that are within your set grade. But as long as it's within your grade, you can choose anything you want.
All right.
Do we get time off?
If you so choose.
Okay.
Training facilities are always open, and there's places to rest and recuperate.
Or
As well, if in between missions, if your mission take you to a faraway planet, you'll be able to rest there if need be. Most early missions that you'll be dealing with will more than likely take place on Earth itself, but that's a whole different thing.
all right. Well, I mean, at least it's a plan. It's a system I'm sure we all can follow. Thank you for the opportunity.
Easy enough.
And
I'm not wearing a
Neat.
uniform. I will wear an insignia.
It's better than well, I don't know, being in space all the time doing nothing. Would prefer to get out and actually
Yeah.
fight and help.
that's fair.
But yes, cousin, don't expect me to wear a uniform. I will wear a sigil if I need to be marked. But I will not wear a uniform. They look cheap.
Again, he looks hurt for a little bit, but then he's like, yeah, he's like hurt for a little bit. Then he remembers, oh yeah, father's money.
Yeah. It's also meant to be more of like it's a mass-produced look. then it's just like, oh, those don't look like they cost money. It's like they just look mass produced. So he's like, ugh,
Yeah.
I don't want to wear Target clothing. I have Gucci.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, all right, well, I guess with that, he kind of points over at Piccolo. You can escort them to the training grounds. I want a accurate representation of their powers. You know, give them a decent training session. And he's like, he kind of looks and he gets a little bit of a smirk. He's like, I have some ideas. And he's like, Acer just kind of smiles back and he's like, very well. Now I've got paperwork to do. He just starts shooing you guys out the door.
Well, this will be our first training as a group, I guess. What are you guys good at? The style of fighting?
I prefer long ranged, but I have no problems getting in close.
I'm more of a close range fighter myself. I aim to close the gap and take hits. You, I don't think we've got your name, Mr. Frost Demon. Other than
Hale.
cousin.
Lord Hale.
I will call you Hale. Is that alright? We are equals here in this squad, no need for titles.
He looks at you for a second and like raises a hand and says, I will tolerate it for now.
Thank you. In battle, titles are meaningless if you die. I'm
Fair
not
enough.
going to have you call me any higher than I would call you.
Fair enough. I too am a close range fighter.
What did you say?
I too am a close range fighter.
Well, if we can aim to close the gap and give Ryu, correct? I might be mispronouncing that.
Oh, wait,
Ryu. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ryu, okay. If we can close the gap and give Ryu some opportunities to stay safe, we should be able to make a good team.
Riku.
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 Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna change my name in Discord to Garlock.
Yeah. I already have that.
Okay.
Hale.
I'm
Right.
just, I'm so bad with names.
Just double checking, make sure I have it remembered correctly. Riku, correct?
Yes.
Riku. As in, like, Riku from
Riku.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
That's just how my brain's gonna
guess.
remember it. That's just how my brain's
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I got it from MTG, but yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. Fair enough. But yes, Hale is fairly quiet, just sort of. He seems to watch both of you very closely, without too much outward expression. He's very straight face, arms crossed over chest as he's quietly walking next to you guys, a few steps ahead.
So what's your two stories? Riku just looks at the both of you.
I mean, like, who wishes to go first? I would like to learn more about you as well. How'd you find a Namekian to train you?
Oh, I did a lot of walking.
Hung around in wastelands for long enough.
He chuckles a little bit.
Yeah, I used to be an officer in Satan City.
Really?
Yeah, but let's just say I quickly began to find out that I wasn't making a difference. And the people who were, well, they were all scattered. So, after an accident I had on the force, I decided to retire young. And as I was healed up, I just walked, went looking, and I found Piccolo. And
So
well,
that's-
now I'm here.
Admirable goal, though, to attempt to make a difference in this world. It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's my home, and I don't want anything bad to happen to it. It's been through enough already.
I think the Universal Patrol does an alright job at protecting it.
Huh.
It's
Exactly
In
what
character
he said.
chuckle.
Yeah, exactly. Riku, like he chuckles a bit. Exactly what he said. It's good, but
it's not
When the-
perfect.
yeah, when in the face of true danger, we don't have the cushion that we used to, according to Piccolo.
Really.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
not
I'm well aware of that.
I'm not too sure on the specifics. He never liked going into too much detail, but let's just say we don't have the protection like we used to.
Hale has like a small smirk on his face about this because he's probably heard all about this before from Father.
Well, what's your story, Hale? I know you came here to get stronger, but seems like you and Iser have some bad blood.
He's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we have bad blood. He's doing this. He kind of gestures around at everything around him. Instead of what he was made for. What he was raised in.
Made for.
What might that be? If you don't mind me asking.
He crosses his arms and with like a genuine look of bewilderment basically just says, do you not know who his family is?
No, I never really bothered to ask Piccolo, nor did he go into too much detail about aliens and the old villains.
He looks up. Sorry.
I just focused on training.
He looks up at Piccolo and just says, "Ah, yes, that would make sense. He did nearly kill you all. Ice's father was the late Lord Frieza,
Oh, yes.
my
I'm not-
uncle, and therefore, now that he's doing this, once again gestures around to everything, it's kind of the exact opposite of what our family stands for."
Well, that's not
My father's not
necessarily a
exactly-
bad thing.
Yes, that's what you think. But
I
yes,
mean-
we're not exactly happy about this.
That's understandable, but I mean, each one of us has our own path to walk.
Yes.
No one should be
So
forced.
my story,
Hmm?
a like big quotation marks around that, is that I'm here to get stronger, in turn to help my father. Okay.
So you'll be a threat one day?
Really depends what happens, I guess.
Good to know.
Interesting.
I'd rather not come to blows with the GP, but if in the future it happens, it happens.
I don't think Iser would rather come to blows with your father either.
Oh no, he would definitely lose. There isn't even like arrogance in that statement. He's just saying what he thinks is the absolute
Yeah.
truth.
And I think Garlock responds with like kind of a cheeky smile and is like, "You sure about that?"
Oh, definitely.
You give Iser so much less credit than he deserves.
Oh
But-
no, I predict he is quite strong, and that's something coming from me. Like I fully believe he is worthy of our family name. Besides the obvious betrayal, I'm just being realistic.
As well as I am.
Oh, you're going to be interesting. He says with like a bit of a cheeky smile before turning back to Riku, and kind of giving him a like once again a look over before kind of just giving a small bit of like a That he finds you interesting. He finds both of you interesting in the same way that like somebody might find a really cute dog interesting or something, but he doesn't fully he doesn't have like an actual connection or anything, but he finds you interesting at the very least. It's very easy to read the emotion coming off of him. Is basically like, okay, this is interesting. They seem at the very least not useless.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, that's something.
That is something. Something is better than nothing.
As you guys have been talking, Piccolo just kind of just been listening, and after a little bit, he kind of like walks over towards your side, Hale, and he says, "If I were you, I wouldn't go." He kind of like whispers this: "If I were you, I wouldn't mention Lord Icer's family lineage too much. Only certain people are aware of his true heritage, and some people here might not find it. They might not like if they found out the truth." And then he kind of walks back over to, like, in front of you guys.
Hale just kind of gets a little bit of a smirk on his face at that. Ammunition
Of
has
course
been
he
loaded.
does.
Blackmail acquired.
And so you guys continue chatting for a couple of minutes, and Piccolo brings you down a flight of stairs into what seemingly looks like an endless hallway, and like at the end of the hallway just, goes on either side, and as you just go down the other side and then go down, there's more hallways of almost the same identical things, and like there are doors along it, but it's like only like these are probably like good like 300 or 400 feet long hallways, but there's only like 4 doors on either side. So you're like, why are these rooms so big? And he goes and takes you down towards one of the doors. He opens it up, and he's like, "Get in."
Hale, being well aware of training rooms by this point, as the first spars happened in those before they happened on the surfaces of barren planets. Just walks in without much of a question.
Yeah, you walk in, and this one actually seems a little bit different. Like it looks like the same thing, but it definitely looks a little bit different. You can see some similar technology, but this one definitely seems different. Not necessarily vintage, but it seems older, but also different.
Okay.
Let's do our best, Riku.
That's all we can do. Let's just see what we got.
Golf.
From there.
Alright, so you walk in, and at first, it just looks like this giant, big, open metal room. But then, as Piccolo closes the door, you start to hear this humming, and a couple of lights open up from the walls, and it starts shining in, and suddenly, this holographic projection takes over the entire room, and you find yourself here.
Whoa.
And standing across from you is a 12-foot tall robot just standing there. And he seems to be like deactivated, but then the instant everything's like fully transfers over, his core lights up, his eyes turn blue, and he stands up, and he just stays there waiting. And over the intercom, you hear Piccolo's voice. All right, so he kind of, you hear there's like a little bit of a smirk in his voice. How hard do you guys want this training to be?
You know the answer.
Hard as you can make it.
Let's see if
Rico
you
smile
can actually
and nod.
test me. Hale's basically just like, let's see if this is actually worth anything. If coming here was worth a month in stinking celery, freaking pig shit.
All right, and then just
And
adjusting a couple
but-
things now.
Yeah, and did you
Increases
need-
it to CR30.
Did you and besides Piccolo, did you need to ask? You were going to put it up to the maximum volume anyway.
At least the max that I know you all can handle.
Just-
Piccolo
being
was
like-
trying to kill us.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You hear as he says, you can hear as he says that, but like you don't even have to roll an insight check. You can say when he says the max y'all can handle, you know he means just a little bit higher.
Like, I was like, how much do you want it? We would like it on easy mode. Okay. And he just, like, pushes it all the way.
All right, and with that, it's initiative time.
Boy.
Oh boy. I will say, before the fight starts, Riku and Garlock both see Hale grab his cloak and toss it to the side.
Ooh.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Do this.
Did that roll? 1 second.
I have to
No.
character token. I'll change my number.
Oh, yeah! He's ready. Well, like, I've been on this ship for 8 years.
Let me click.
Why
the
did that
token.
not... I think I clicked
You have to
it
click
and
your
it-
token.
Shit.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. I have a +7 and I got a 10.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well,
what?
shit. Okay.
Okay. You can change yours to a 21.
You
just have
can
to go
get
under-
rid of that nat 20 if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to the 21 that you had.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair as well. It's
No, no, why did no?
my,
Why
my
did it delete it?
computer is. I mean, the token's a bit weird, ain't it? For Garlock.
That's weird. It just
Did it just delete you?
Yeah,
Weird.
it's weird.
I'm gonna reload Rule 20 because it's lagging a little
Yeah.
bit too.
It's not letting me move your token either, which is weird.
Yeah, I
But
thought
I can
it was
touch. I
me.
can touch everyone else's, but I can't touch.
Garlock's just the secret god of this universe, just
Yeah.
being like, no,
Godlock.
can't
That's
touch it.
that's weird. Okay.
Let me
I mean, worst case scenario, I can just give you back a new token and see if that will.
make me pink. Oh man! Oh no! Help me, guys! I've ate a mini mushroom.
What the hell?
Help me!
What the- why is it so small?
My name's Garlock.
But the thing is, I don't even see the. I don't even see the
He's
image.
so tiny.
It's not. It's not giving me the option to size it either. Why is this being so weird?
I mean, Garlock is pretty weird, so you know.
Okay, wait. It's giving me some options to change it, but I can't see it fully. Unless, is the token on the map?
It's
No,
on
not.
the map. It's right here.
Yeah, I don't.
so
All I see, I
tiny.
can see your health. I can see your health,
he's
key, and
so
stamina, but I don't see. I
tiny.
don't see the
Yeah,
image.
you have to zoom in at like 150%. He's so tiny.
Oh my god! What the hell?
Yeah, he's right
hell-
here.
what
Garlock
the hell-
already broke the game. He broke
Yeah.
reality once.
I
and he's
also,
here
Well,
now.
Are you? Do you have control of it to be able to
have
resize it yourself?
I have control, but I am like a size.
You can't
smaller.
resize your own token.
Yeah, no.
The DM has to resize it.
Oh god. Okay. Well, let me
It's okay, guys. I can
Yeah.
keep up.
let me zoom in.
Yeah, Garlock just shrunk down like
Yeah.
Why is it? Oh my god. I'm at like. I'm still at like 230, and it's still not showing me the image for some reason.
I will also say the stream is still on the Electric map.
No, it is.
Yeah.
That's weird. It should have been. Let me go because it has me on it as a player. Oh, now it shifted. Okay.
Okay,
That's
I guess.
Hey,
well,
I can see Garlock's image on that one because it's showing it as a player, but on my GM version, it's not showing anything. Oh, why is it being so dumb?
I want
Yeah.
a
Maybe I should reload.
Maybe.
I'm gonna reload Roll20 because if it's showing up on the play as a player, then that's weird.
Garlock's existence broke reality.
Mhm.
I mean,
Technically,
technically,
in
with your
many ways,
backstory.
yes.
Hey, I can see it now.
Okay. Hey, and the
That was
map
very
changed
weird.
on the stream. The map is fixed on the stream.
Hey, I'm big now. Do I have control? Yes, I do. We're good. We're
Yay.
set.
Okay, so now you should be able to select click the token, then roll
Okay.
initiative, and then we'll change it to your original 21.
Cool. Watch me rolling that one. Okay, yeah. Well, still 21 ain't bad. Let me fix it.
Okay.
To make sense of why I got a 10 despite my fairly large bonuses, Hale's letting the others
There
go
we go.
first. Just to observe them.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Everything is good now. So, Garlock, you are
Oh,
first.
do we have battle music?
Ooh.
The bot has been acting up very weird.
Okay.
Like I keep trying to do it, and now it's only works with Spotify now and not YouTube,
Okay, so
which
what I
hate.
can do is after this, me and you can go and set up a Kenku for the server.
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
that
that
would
way you
be
can just play direct YouTube links.
Nice.
If you don't have premium, it does have ads, but
Well, I do. So
hey,
Okay, let me get
But, yeah.
get some music going on my
yeah,
YouTube.
let
There we
me
go.
let me get this open on my end of things.
There we go. Opening my secret tab.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think Garlock. Just tell me when everyone's ready.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
I'm
Everyone's
ready.
good. All right.
Yeah, I'm eating some Chinese food. I'm chilling.
Hey, I had hot dogs before this.
You ready? You ready on me?
I'm ready when you all
Okay.
are.
Garlock, I think, cracks his knuckles and goes, "All right, let's give this a shot then. Let's see what this tin can do." And holy shit, he's that far away?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, hold on. That doesn't. Okay, maybe that does make sense. I swear that we would have been able to move further. But that's okay. I guess
You can
Garlock.
dash?
Because when you walked in, he wasn't there. You walked into an empty room, and then it created a holographic projection, and then he appeared.
Okay, that makes sense. Let me look at something real quick. What's the range on a basic key blast, GM?
3090.
A 30-90? Okay. Garlock's gonna move here. Do I have a 30-foot range? No, Garlock, I don't think is just gonna dash, up to the robot. That's his action, and that's his turn. He going in!
Alrighty.
Vroom!
And it's the robot's turn.
Come at me!
Oh, dear God, my
And
boat!
the robot, the instant you get within like 10 feet, the eyes in the chest like light turn red, and then he says, "Target acquired."
Initiate kill mode.
Oh,
Does a 15 hit?
no.
Oh, well, you know what?
That
Does a
does-
23
that
hit?
does.
Alrighty. 7 damage.
As you can see, Garlock gets punched hard. You can weirdly see his body kind of it takes in the punch like rubber, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage. But you can still see a giant cough come out of Garlock, as that still did hurt. Garlock took half. That should
Ah.
being a margin gives you some benefits.
Yeah, and he just stares at you with those red eyes. Like, and he retracts his arm back, puts them both down to his side, and then just stays there. And now it is Hale's turn. Oh, wrong. I'm on the wrong Roll20. Hey. There we go. Now it's Hale's turn. Woo.
It's so far away. I had to dash Hale. It's so far away.
I will also say we are also 10-foot squares if those are meant to be. Because we should be one
Oh, true.
if because the robot is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
only
just for
reason I have it
scale.
like that is it was just easy. Yeah, for
Yeah,
scale, it's
okay.
just easier to for the streaming wise for people to actually see the things unless I'm having to zoom in a ridiculous amount and then
Yeah.
it's just weird.
Hale will move up here, with like shocking speed, with ease. He basically just kicks off and he's over there in a second as he juts a hand forward and will fire up a key blast. Does a nat 20 hit?
See, I don't know. I think I read somewhere that says natural 20s hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a miss, though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean its AC is higher than that, so it definitely doesn't. No, no, definitely nat
Its
20
AC is
definitely
over a nat
hits.
30. And That will be 13 damage.
Are you have a plus to your
Okay.
dex?
Because I have weighted clothing.
Oh shit! Did you take that off though? It takes an action.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's
was
that's
my-
why. That's why he
my
said
cape.
he took off his
Oh,
cape.
damn.
At the beginning of the fight, he tossed it to the side. As he zips forward and hits this thing hard in the side of the head with a key bolt that like just sparks radiating off of it with that nat 20 like fizzle off millimeters in front of Garlock's face as he readies himself to receive this thing if it comes towards him.
Nice. Starting off strong.
Oh yeah.
All right. That definitely like there's definitely like a little bit of like a smoke coming off of his face, and then it turns his head over to you. Red eyes glowing. Doesn't say anything, but definitely its eyes are on you.
Calculating risk. Calculating risk.
And now it is Riku's turn.
Question, real quick. Each square is 5 foot, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna
Why is it
see.
showing up on this? For some reason on the stream it's still showing tiny.
Garlock. Tiny
Garlock,
mini
which is weird.
Garlock.
So you're
I
gonna
don't know how to fix that.
you're gonna see Riku, sort of, not squat, but shift his weight down towards his back leg and sink into the ground as he takes off with lightning speed into the air.
Ooh. Oh, you
I
got
just-
light.
Yes, and I am
Wow.
also very fast. Bonus action to dash, so I'll be moving 60 feet,
Hell yes.
and he will let off a series of ki blasts as he raises his hands, both palms in the air, and extends them multiple times, very fast. I will be spending 2 stamina to add 2 more
Ooh.
attacks. All right. As he sends out
Oh jeez.
4
Okay.
key blasts.
So only 2 of those hit,
Okay.
but 2 of those hit. So
Very nice.
Nice damage.
that's a lot of damage. Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
As he'll just
And
float
it-
there in the air, and he'll kind of just put 2 of his middle finger and pointer finger together towards his lips and blow on it.
Eh.
It immediately looks over at you, and you see its eyes looking at you, and then it says, "New target acquired." And now that it's its turn.
What? It's Garlock.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Garlock's
yeah.
turn. Oh yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like it's looking at Garlock's like looking at the others doing so well. It's like, you fucking bucket of bolts, and I'm spending free stamina to do 4 attacks. No, technically 5 attacks. As Garlock kind of just gets into like a Saiyan style and just attempts to melee this man like crazy in the head. So here's the first one. 26.
That will definitely hit.
Alright, that's 8 damage. 20,
Alrighty. That will hit.
10 damage. Nat 20.
Yeah, I don't think that it's gonna hit. Sorry. I mean,
That's 10 damage. And 26.
yeah, that's gonna hit.
Garlock's like, as soon as this robot turns his head, Garlock somehow manages to strike, like, dead on with each hit. Both, like, just starting to beat the shit out of this robot and pound it into the ground.
Beat the oil out this man.
BV boy, angry.
Mhm.
Holy shit, that was a lot of damage.
Garlock's
so I gotta-
running
so
them
we got-
phones.
Angry.
So
He's stealing his
I guess
phones.
so. We're looking 21,
He's
31.
got the rolls on this man.
Alrighty. And it looks at you, then it turns its head, and it definitely it's got a little dent in its head. It's definitely a little. It's got a dent.
Oh wait, and yes, bonus action. I'm Furia Blazing for 2 extra attacks for 5 key. Forgot about that.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Here we go. I'm out of key. 25.
You have entered key exhaustion.
That
No,
will
well, no, I got
that will
4. I
definitely
got
hit.
4. And 26. Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
really landing some
That will
hits.
definitely hit.
That's an extra 7 in 13.
So next to 20.
Oh my God, Garlock.
So you did 59 damage that
Oh my
turn.
God, Garlock. Weak robot against puny man, against big man.
Puny god.
Puny God. I can't believe I hit all of those. That's the wild
Yeah.
part. I have a +8. Garlock just rolled insane.
Yeah, it's yeah. Those were a lot, but now it is
Its turn.
its
How's it
turn.
looking, by the way? Is it looking bloodied? He's oiled.
There's some oil spewing out,
Okay.
definitely. And it's going to, since you're right in its face, Garlock, it's going to hit you 2 times.
Yeah, that hits. That one misses though.
All right, and that's going to be 8 damage.
Okay, Garlock takes
And
4.
on that as well, make me a strength save.
Okay. That's a 9. Oh, there's the bad roll.
All right, and you are blown back 20 feet with that blow.
Yeah, as Garlock seems to be taking the blow somewhat alright. He's still he's bloodied now. But now he just seems to get blown back after that massive punch.
And then it's going to use its one of its other special things it can do as its last thing. Let me double check. Are you guys? Oh yeah, you guys are 15 feet apart. Coolio.
No.
Deck save.
Oh no. This might be it for me, boys. Yeah, no. Garlock, after taking that hit.
No, it was Riku that needed the
Oh, wait.
save. Well,
No, wait.
yeah. Oh wait, no, actually. Yeah. So yeah, you know, he would have done it towards Riku and Garlock, not Hale
Ah,
and
okay.
Garlock.
Hale still like jumps back reflexively.
I'm going to
He's
read.
like, whoo.
He
I'm
expected it to be like a massive blast. He's
I'm
like, oh
going to
god, father,
react.
no!
Would
I'm
he
going to
hit me
reaction,
even though I'm up in the air?
Oh wait, yeah.
How far up in the air are you? I guess is the
I
question.
moved 60 feet. So I'm.
Then no.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay,
Just on
yeah, that-
Garlock.
I guess yeah, yeah.
I'm going to
So
reaction
I mean,
block it for 5 damage. Garlock has 5 stamina left. He's still standing, boy, with 3 HP.
and then with that, it will use its movement, and it will fly 30 feet into the air,
That's
but remain in its regular position, but now it's aerial.
Wait, because
As like
Yeah.
rocket thrusters appear on its back and its feet, and it goes.
this motherfucker.
You definitely, but as it's flying, you can see like one of the thrusters are already not like functioning fully. So it's definitely not looking great. Hale, it's your turn.
Hale will. I'll go ahead and burn 3 stamina to unleash a tirade of 4 key blasts.
Hey.
Ooh.
14, 22, 23, 14.
So 2 of those will hit.
Okay, so that'll be 8 and 10, so 18 damage total as 2 of these key blasts slam into its side.
How would you like to do this?
For the sake of coolness, may I have an unarmed strike as part of my description?
Sure, go right ahead.
With the first key blast that hits, he raises one hand up and using his finger blasts off one hitting it in the one remaining thruster, causing it to start falling down as he charges up another Ki Blast in his offhand, rushes forward as part of his movement, rushes forward and catches the thing as it's falling, shoving his Ki Blast filled hand into its chest and blowing straight up through the top of its head, as the entire top of its torso from like shoulders width up is just blown up into smithereens as he pulls his hand out, and dusts himself off slightly, looking to the somewhat battered looking Garlock, and not saying much, but just basically looking at the two of them before looking back to where he assumes people are watching from. Is that it? Or is there another one?
You see, Piccolo seems a little. You can't see him obviously, but you can imagine he's got like a sly smug, and he's like, well, I guess you guys are a little bit stronger than I gave you credit for. That would have easily taken out a lot of the weaker cadets here. And as you say that, you see descending from like you just hear, and then it materializes out of nowhere, and that's way too tiny than it's supposed to be.
Oh,
It's
no.
a baby robot.
Oh,
You see a giant one
my
appear. Like this is
God.
like great ape size
Oh,
robot.
let's go.
Oh.
Mm.
God kind of like
And-
stands there like Captain America pose. I'm ready when you are.
I can do this all day.
I could do this all day.
He's beating the fuck up.
Did a couple turns pass?
Yeah, like probably like at least probably like 2 turns for it to sound like you heard it coming from a while away, and then like you hear the sound to get closer, but then you don't hear anything, and then it's just like materializes out of
Okay.
like nothingness
Cool.
in front of you.
So my stamina is
Yeah.
now regenerated. Cool.
Oh, wait, you can regenerate stamina?
Yes, I do.
How? Can I ask?
Backstory.
Oh.
You will find out.
Okay.
Man, regenerating stamina for free is really good.
It's
Yes.
real good.
Yeah, but I'm just
Oh
doing a
yes,
couple of
I
quick
can
things.
I can figure. I think I might know. Not out of game, but there's only one thing I know.
Just make a couple of quick adjustments as this guy's a little bit stronger.
I think it's time. I might pull out a moon here, y'all. Just don't get close to me, okay? But I ain't looking good at all.
Yeah.
And then it's got. So I will give you guys the option. You don't have to, but if you so want to, you may re-roll or keep your current initiative.
Keep in my
Oh,
mind.
re-roll.
Definitely reroll. That's better than last time.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, okay, there we go. That's what it should be for Hale.
Yeah. Hale
That
now
seems pretty
seeing like a
accurate.
genuine like, okay, this could be an issue. Is like kicking it into high gear.
Yeah, and this thing is like at least 60 feet tall. And you just hear you just hear some laughter over there to come, and you just hear, "Good luck." And with that, Hale, once again, it is your turn.
Um,
I need to see what this does.
Time to queue up this DBZ fight track.
Yeah. Give me one too, if you can.
yeah, I was like, this is I gotta turn off the Dragon Ball. I gotta turn on the Z.
I'm turning on. I don't know what to listen to. So
Great Ape Vegeta's theme.
Alright. I honestly might.
I'm
just
about
don't
to
set
post
me.
a link. I'm about to post a link. This is my
Okay.
favorite.
Just don't
Okay,
go
let's see
near
this.
me, and we will be fine.
This is the old school joint. The original.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm listening to right now. Oh god, okay. Genuinely considering not using the form, but switching up my style here.
Do it.
Screw it. Okay, yeah, you guys see his posture change from the more defensive to a more aggressive one as his stance widens and his hands take up almost like claw-like grips. As I will switch from Emperor to Wolf style.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Um,
Start playing Yamcha's theme here.
And for those of you who don't know, I'll go in post Wolf style. Sadly, I don't actually have Flurry of Blows.
Wait, you have Wolf Fist though?
I don't, because both of them are so
Oh.
expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I had to pick it up myself. I mean,
Yeah,
not
I'm
Wolf
definitely
Fist.
picking it up next time, but
That's so
I now
good.
have 65 movement speed.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah.
As I will. It was actually Emperor style that was the one I wanted to use, since it's the one that I can get the advantage on an attack with it. But I mean, Wolf style is still cool, so I'm still going to use it. As he is going to do an unarmed attack. Just the one. He's saving his stamina for if he needs to do something. But 17.
That misses, and as you go to blow, he deflects the blow to the side and
Oh,
retaliates.
fuck this man.
17.
Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
It does not.
And he goes to punch you with his left fist, and you just kind of like dodge to the side or like cock
He
your head
tries
to the
to,
side,
like,
just whooshes
Punch
past
me
you.
and I backflip over his fist.
Yeah, exactly. Some weird wolf shenanigans.
Yeah. Before landing
All right,
perfectly
is
in the stance again, even lower this time.
Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah, that was my bonus and my action. As
right.
he is preparing to fight this thing if he needs to. Though his expression
Garlock.
is still somewhat serious.
As Garlock is so unbelievably damaged, one hit will cause him. He calls out to both Hale and King, and it's like, after this, instantly blow this up. As I'm gonna move over here, and I'm going to use Burst Open and Mix.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna have to actually like.
I
'cause I,
can't-
did,
yeah, one hit
I didn't have a character sheet
I got
prepared
it.
for
I
your grade 8
actually- I
form,
got
so.
it. Hale helped me make it.
Oh,
Let me
good.
send it to you.
I
Well, no,
got him a token. I set him up an epic.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like the
Oh,
sheet
I-
for
I
like
can-
the stats and
I
stuff.
don't have that. set
But
up.
luckily, I can just copy your character sheet and then add
Oh,
in
look
the
at
stuff.
that
there.
cheat
cheat
token.
sheet, if you just click your power up to be the grade ape, it automatically does the stats for you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
used
but
those-
then when you're trying to roll and roll 20, you're gonna have to
Oh,
do
okay.
more stuff.
Yeah, let me edit it because this is a pretty big bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it's
is-
half
wow.
your. Well, right
No.
now it's half your
Mhm.
proficiency rounded up, so you get +4 to strength, dex, con, and whiz.
Do we add everything else on it? The bulk.
Yeah, so all the usual stuff you would get as well. So like you get the bulk, which is an additional.
Okay.
Plus 4
Is it
strength.
bulk? Is it plus? Yeah,
Oh.
so it's like you get that, but then you lose the dex, but you. It.
I go berserk
Yeah.
as well, so I get an extra +4 to my stats. I'm not lying. But I attack my friends. So, in particular, this is a
Yeah.
+3, +4.
For those of you in the stream, this gonna be
This
some
is
crazy shit.
Yeah, hold on. Let me do that. Do you mind if we take 5 minutes for me to calculate everything this bullshit
Sure.
is? So it's half
Yeah.
my proficiency, right?
Yeah, which is round
Okay,
up, so it'd be a plus. So it's +2 power, but in this version, +1 power is 2 to the
Okay,
stats.
so that's
So
plus
yeah,
+2. So that's sorry. Let me do the calculations. I really
Here, then
apologize.
I'll-
I thought we had this set up. My bad.
I did. Yeah, that's my bad
Uh,
too. Here, let me go into
so-
this part, and I
The
can.
so +2
change
power
the
is
name.
+2 to all stats. Right?
No, +1 power is +2. So if you're getting +2 power, you're getting +4 to your
Okay,
stats.
so that means
It's crazy.
18 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4. I have 30 strength right now. Only a little bit extra dex. I don't know how much extra HP I gain.
Yeah, because your dex gets the great ape plus the both
Yeah,
cancel each other
yeah.
out, but then you get the +4 from
In Berserk.
Berserk.
Yeah. How much HP?
So it's a little bit.
How much HP do I currently have? That means, oh shit, everything gets doubled by +8, yeah. So,
Oh boy,
mean, this-
it's gonna be a giant grade 8
yeah,
fight
I'm
going
still
on
not
here.
the
Yeah, having a
best.
kaiju battle.
Kaiju.
Yeah, and
Oh,
unfortunately,
yeah.
I would go check download that image and upload it here. But if I were to do that, then my audio for the stream would switch out. So I think I have just a basic grade 8
That's fine.
saved, and I'll use that for your token for now. Hey, here we go. Woo.
No worries.
Here we
Thank
go.
you. I'm only doing this because it's like, I would be
Oh, that's not the size it should be. Tiny ape.
tiny ape.
No, we need to make it same size.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, that works. And then I'm gonna give that a have it represent. Boom, there we go. And I'm pretty sure that sheet you already have access to, so
okay. I believe this is set. It's just strength, dex, and con, right?
and your whiz if you use any sort of key blast.
I mean, that'll up key, but I'm not using that anyway.
Yeah.
Now I have to up my damage. This takes my action to transform, but yeah, Garlock. You see, as he chucks this moon about like
Yeah, and
300 feet in the air, you see his wounds just instantly like heal.
Yeah, I'm not going to delete your token. I'm just going to move you
Thank you,
to
yes.
the GM layer. Yeah, let's move you there.
That
That
still
removes
got
him
rid of
from
my
the
initiative.
That removes him from.
I was gonna be like, put him down here, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
he is
okay,
removed.
Yeah.
From the ship.
Yeah, let me fix that.
I think if you move him back to the normal layer, he'll pop up.
Yeah, it just because it hits on my end, it still shows him. It's kind of like it's like opaque. So if I move him back to there and then just move him.
Okay.
Yeah, just move him down to like the corner or something.
Yeah, let me go back to the actual token layer,
Let me
and
go to.
just because I want him to go back to whatever his current stats were after. So if
Yeah,
I
that's
delete the token and then put it back down, it's gonna put him back to full, I think. So, yeah.
let me check his new armor.
Actually, now that I just realized,
Well,
I
have you saved our tokens in this?
think so.
'Cause if you-
Also,
if
I think
you-
he's a little.
Open up the tokens, you can say like save as default. And then that way,
Then I
anytime you
believe-
put a new one down, it'll be saved to like the most recent stats. So like
Okay,
mine
then.
isn't saved as default because you can see
Oh,
my
that's
my things don't
That's where
stay to the same. So if you hit
thought I did.
if you hit save as default, it'll save like the size and stats and stuff.
That's weird.
Which
I
I've
could have
set
sworn
up
I had
on.
done that. I could have sworn I did that. That's weird. That is very weird. Well, anyway, we can.
Yeah, we can figure that out later.
Yeah.
Apologies. I should be set. Yes, I am set. I believe. Hopefully, we'll figure it out. This is the first session.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, Garlox basically yells out, "Don't get near me!" as he
Yeah,
just
apply token defaults.
as he just goes great ape against this giant boy. And that is his turn.
Alrighty.
Big boy.
Yeah. Took my action.
So that means that the next one is Riku.
Riku's just like, what the fuck?
Riku. Yeah.
Riku's like,
Yeah, he's like, you see him kind of rear back, like, huh? What is
How is
that?
this shit?
And he kind of regains concentration for a second, and I'm going to let's see, 5, 10.
I'd like permission to roll a wisdom saving throw to not say the M word.
Like, bro.
Monkey.
I'm actually gonna stay here and kind of like float like past the big monkey's shoulder, and I'm gonna send out some key blasts.
Oh boy.
Let's see. So I'm gonna be spending 3 stamina because I forgot you could do up to your proficiency
Yes.
bonus. Um, and seeing that this training session has pushed Garlock to such a degree to resort to this, he feels kind of bad and sort of angry at the situation they're in as he digs deep within himself. And I will use a bonus action to enrage.
Oh, heck, yeah, you're
Oh
a
boy.
hybrid. Yeah.
And um, Riku, you'll see his muscles tense up and his veins kind of like pop in his forehead as he sends out a flurry of ki blasts. And this will be plus 10 technically.
Okay. Oh, hell. You got. So that's 16.
Yeah, they probably none of them hit.
One hit.
Except
One
one.
hit.
Except one.
There, one hit.
Yes. Ooh, 20. Jesus.
Big damage.
Oh, imagine if all those
You-
hit.
it-
Oh, man.
Massive.
So it hits, but as you fire all these key blasts, you see it raises up one arm, and it's like forearm splits open, and this kind of like energy field like thing appears and absorbs a little bit of the impact.
Okay. Now you see, on like the Nat 1, the key sort of like bursts in the palm of his hand, and his hand sort of burns, and there's smoke coming off of it, and he's like, ah! And he rears back at the pain and closes his fist,
Ooh,
and that's my turn.
hell yeah.
Alrighty, that's your turn.
Yep.
So now it is Big Boy's turn. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to adjust some things on the stream that.
I'm gonna make this a
Wonky.
role play thing. When he enrages, he messes up. I'm
Oh,
gonna make that a role play thing.
Yeah, that's better.
I was like, wait a minute, are you? And I'm like, as soon as you said regaining stamina, I was like, oh, hell yes.
I am.
Some things on the stream are being weird. Okay.
a weird
anyway,
creature.
why is it?
I didn't expect to use Great Ape so soon, but if Piccolo's gonna
That's a
chuck
little
this
better.
shit down, then what the fuck you want me to do?
I mean, you all agreed for him to throw some hard stuff.
I mean, yeah. Bro,
So, okay,
I was
so-
like getting my ass beat, and I'm like, I'm still ready. Let's go.
Big Robot is going to punch the giant ape,
Giant.
which I would just kind of want to look at the stats. I'm curious. I have to look at something now. Like, see what your
I'm over here trying
Oh,
to figure out what the hell kind of
Jesus.
combo he
I'm
is.
trying to figure out what his AC
You
is. And I'm
just
like,
told
can
me
this
it-
robot?
yeah. got a lot.
That definitely doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. And it's gonna try for a third. That doesn't. Neither of those hit. Okay.
I'd like to imagine instead of him missing, he's just punching this ape, and Golok's just
catching
looking
his
down.
fists.
Yeah, like in a frenzied rage, just unable to get through the hair.
I mean, it's a robot, so I mean, frenzied rage in a robot is, yeah.
So we got. So is this King Kong versus Mecha King Kong?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
King Kong versus Jet Jaguar.
There's a reason why I was like, blow up the moon after this is done.
Yeah.
This is fucking great.
Alrighty, and now it is Hale's turn.
Yeah. Hale is still not going to be. He's still not going to be activating his full potential here. He is just continuing to do normal attacks here. It's going to be a 17, which I believe misses.
That it does.
Yeah. I'm refraining from having him activate full form unless it looks like, or not full form, obviously, but I'm
Second form.
second form.
I mean, you could, but we
could.
all
It
know the
would
hurt.
consequences of that.
It would hurt. So he's refraining from using it unless things look like shit. I might as well go out with a bang. So he is just sort of testing this thing's joints at this point. I'm saying he jumps up and kicks this thing in the knee, trying to figure out a weak point on it as he's probing. But as he lands back down, once again retaking his stance, that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. And now it is Monkey
Now-
turn.
Now, Gullah can't use any techniques in this form, but there is one thing he can do. Because none of you stepped near him, thank God, there's only one target. And I'm gonna punch the shit out of this robot. I'm sending free stamina. So I got 4 attacks. What a dude! That's a 29,
That will hit.
18. Nat 1 gonna
And you-
miss.
Break your fist.
Break my fist, yeah, 31. And a 21.
So all of those do hit. So we had
And that is
I'm just got 6. Okay. And it definitely looks like that took a bit out of it, but it kind of like moves with the blows, but you definitely leave a couple of good dents.
Yeah, and Golok just roars like an ape as it just like rock'em sock'em robots, quite literally. Except one's a giant ape.
I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. And that's his turn.
Alrighty, Riku.
Kick some ass, Riku.
All right, so Riku will quickly in the air, kind of like zip, like zigzag, flashing in and out because he's moving so fast, and he will send out a flurry of ki blast directed at the thing's forehead where that big gem is.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Targeted
okay.
shots.
Okay, so that's definitely a miss. That's definitely a miss. Come on,
19 might hit.
19 might hit.
If it meets, it beats.
Hey.
Okay, we finally know this thing's AC.
Okay. Okay.
All right, there we go. And I'm not going to be losing out any stamina because I'll regenerate it back, so we're good. And that's my bonus action. I will actually take the dodge action as he's shifts his stance into more of an even defensive posture. That looks a lot similar to Piccolo's when he's flying. And that is my turn.
I'm trying to figure out what cross you are, because I know you're Earthling and something else, but I'm like, what the fuck
Oh,
race generates stamina?
I'm weird. I'm weird as hell.
I can DM you and let me see if I'm right. Is that alright?
Because remember, I did say he got into an accident.
He's
yeah,
an android.
Yeah, I knew instantly as
Gotcha.
soon as you said stamina regen, and I'm like, I fucking knew it.
He's weird. Let's just say that.
Very interesting.
He's a bio.
All right, so
Getty. He's a big Getty android. No.
so
That's my father's thing.
you see the robot kind of looks around, looks a little bit weird, and you see its gems on its body begin to glow, and out of it you start to see this strange material start like crawling over its body. Kind of similar to like the big Getty star, like nanite type tech, and it starts flowing over its body, forming into this additional layer of muscle mass on top of it. And now I gotta go and do some things here, but this will be its full turn, so it will go to Hale's turn because it's undergoing some stuff. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. No, did not
getting
want to do
stronger.
that. Oh, well.
No.
Yep. But now it is Hale's turn.
Okay. Big question. Can Hale recognize this is probably a thing that we should stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Hale kind of like curses under his breath. He was really hoping to not have to like injure himself. But he is hoping his natural regeneration, wink wink, can help keep up with this. As Oh fuck! That costs an action. I forgot it's an action to transform.
Yeah, it's rough. We need to get Eager Fighter once we get more transformations. Yeah,
So, God, transforming might honestly not be worth it.
yeah.
It's gonna be like it cost me my action to do it, so I won't. I'll
Yeah,
be taking damage this turn.
Power-ups, transformations, even for Super Saiyans, take an action. It's a little rough, but it makes sense. Power-ups can be used as a bonus action, and if you get a feat, you can do it as a bonus action. It's called Eager Fighter.
Yeah.
Once we get
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
we're set,
I
baby.
can't afford to do it. I genuinely can't. I think my stamina is more properly used in doing just doing more attacks. So I guess I will burn. Okay, I'll do 2. So this is going to be 3 attacks. You know what? I'll do 1 for now because I can save my big attack and do 3 extra attacks of that. So I'll do 2 attacks, burning 1 stamina. 18, 30.
Ooh, that furry.
A 30 actually will hit.
9 damage.
Jeez.
I have at the very least found a weak point. Is what I will tell myself.
Yeah, you definitely did something.
I did something. I found a single joint that seems loose.
Yeah, and this thing you kind of like the material still kind of like flowing over it. You fire an energy blast and you see a couple of like the like nanite like tech like pieces start falling off, but then slowly more just fills up where you're doing. You're like, I did something. But it just kind of continues forming back over it. It's still undergoing its transformation, so it can't. It's seems to be not moving in any way
Oh, it's
or reacting really.
He lets out like a
Garlock!
chuff of annoyance.
Garlock, you go.
No, I was gonna say he lets out a chuff of annoyance and looks to the monkey.
Garlock, I think, in a rage, doesn't know about weak points, doesn't know about really anything. He's just going to continue hammering at this giant monkey. I mean, giant fucking robot. I'm gonna spend 3 more stamina. I'm down to 12. And we're gonna just keep going with the unarmed strikes. 19.
Misses.
Oh, he upgraded his AC with his transformation, you motherfucker! Okay, well, 23.
That I actually have to double check. That might be just a miss. I'm not sure. Where did I up it to? I don't even remember, even though I just did it. Oh, it just barely misses.
Okay. 17 and 29.
29 will indeed hit.
Okay. As Garlock just manages to get one good blow on it. What happened?
Wow. Okay. That'll definitely do it. It's definitely gonna raise an arm and take a little bit of that blow. But as you do, one of like the energy field things that like does it, you break off one half of it. It seems to still be fully functional, but you definitely did quite a bit there.
That is Garlock's turn.
Alrighty, Riku.
Riku will actually do something.
How the hell? If we didn't use Great Ape, we were fucked, boys. We would have been. Piccolo's trying to kill us. I'm gonna get myself a drink while we're waiting. I still be on, just grabbing a drink.
So, with blinding speed, Riku will suddenly vanish, kind of shifting in and out of the air, and he will begin flanking and herring the robot, kind of zipping around it, in and out, trying to distract it, and maybe give one of his teammates some advantage of some sorts. And that is my turn.
Oh boy. And it is the robot's turn. And it kind of like you see its eyes kind of glancing around, but then the eyes once again land on the monkey. And I just want to double check something
What'd you say?
there before I
Look
go
in a
to
Mountain Dew.
the monkey is getting monkeyed into the
Oh
ground.
no! Why the monkey? What did the monkey do to you, Omni? What did he ever do?
Punched me in the face repeatedly.
He was just a nice monkey, okay?
That misses, damn it.
Barely.
That also misses, Jesus Christ.
That hits.
There we
that
go.
Hits. Yes.
What the? Oh, a 7 and an 8. Jeez. Okay, yeah, that will definitely hit. And 17 damage.
Okay. So let's see. God. 17. Weirdly enough, as well as like the monkey gets punched, the monkey is not supposed to stretch. So you see, even as a
Wait,
punch,
is there a way that I can add a pink hue to
yes,
your
I
character sheet?
sent you the image of the pink.
Well, no,
monkey,
I'm saying
so-
for just for this
Oh,
session.
yeah.
There we
go.
go.
For it,
Boom.
Go for it. Yeah, so the monkey is still like
There we go.
blocking and boxing, but even the giant punch seems to still hurt it, but it still seems to be tanking in there again. Yeah, that hurt though. That still hurt.
And as a bonus action, hail odds or evens. Hail.
Hale went away. Went to grab a drink.
No, I'm still here. My microphone it fucks up sometimes.
Okay. Odds or even.
Is this for good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. Odds. A.
Okay.
Okay. So that's good. I was picking for the
Yeah.
bad option.
Okay.
Yep. So it's gonna, as it's punch into the ape just kind of like takes the blow, punches again. Ape takes the blow, right hooks the ape. This time it actually connects, and as it like fully like punches the ape's face, its body completely turns around 360 and using its arm that's already still in the punching position, and just and was going to attempt to punch Riku.
Riku. Oh. Okay.
Where's the? Oh, I should've had this
Riku,
over here.
no.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Riku, no!
Oh, oh no!
Reaction. I am using the intercept maneuver, so I take the hit
Question.
instead of Riku.
But okay, Garlock. The question here is: would Monkey do that?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
You're not in
What would-
control right now.
Yes, you're right.
Now,
you're right.
I will say all damage it is doing is non-lethal, so no matter what,
Okay.
it is not death, but
Damn.
18 damage.
Okay.
Actually, which is not
As-
more than
as
not
a
as much as I was
reaction,
expecting.
I'm gonna block. Yeah.
This is not as much as I was expecting.
Shit, man.
As this
Now,
giant
that
fist,
second roll is pretty bad, yeah.
as this
Ooh.
giant fist comes towards him. Wait, actually, hold on. Can I clash with this? Oh wait, no, actually, yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, no, this isn't a technique.
No, it's just a punch.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
If it was a technique, then yes.
So I will block this as he will reactively increase his key control as sort of like a force field comes around his body, and he will cross his forearms like an X and try and shrug off the damage as best as he can.
All right, and that is the robot's turn. And so now it is Hale's turn once again.
Okay. How is the Robo Boy looking?
It is so this time it has fully like thing, and you did definitely looked like some of its damage had gotten repaired, but now it looks about back to where it was prior to transforming. So you definitely did a lot to it.
Okay.
It actually looks a little bit worse. A little bit worse, actually, than it was
Does this
prior
look like
to
a good
transforming.
moment for a hail of blows to try and take this thing out? Or does it look like it still's got some resistance left in it?
Definitely a hail of blows. It definitely has resistance, but a hail of blows would definitely, if they hit, would definitely do a decent chunk to this thing.
Okay, because this is kind of like my finishing move, so I'm gonna give it one more turn. I'm just gonna do a normal unarmed attack. this
Yeah,
turn.
definitely you will have advantage because Riku is
Yes.
behind.
So put on the advantage. 18. Damn it.
Oof.
And I have a plus 10. I don't think I've really rolled much higher than a 6 in like the last.
The thing is, with a plus 10, you definitely could hit this thing. You just have to roll a 10 or you just have to roll decently high. But yeah, 7 or higher.
I
is-
rolled literally like
Ugh.
a 6 every attack the last like 5 attacks.
Yeah.
This is
Ugh.
painful.
I mean, you could always try for some more.
I could, but I'm saving that for my big finisher. Okay. Let's give the monkey another turn.
All right, monkey.
3 more. I'm down to 9 stamina. I shouldn't probably be using stamina like this, but I don't think Golok fucking cares. We're gonna
Your
we're just gonna go. Monkey C, monkey hit hard with his unarmed strikes. He can't use techniques yet. He doesn't have Saiyan Elite. But let's go. First hit, 26.
That will hit.
Alright, good. That is 20 damage.
Oh,
21's
Okay.
gonna miss, because it's, 16's gonna miss, 26.
26 will hit, yes.
Okay, so that's 48 damage.
So, 90. So wait, I'm trying to do some math
Wait,
here.
is he flanking with me?
Oh, wait, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah?
Flanking's adjacent. He'd have to be like over here.
Oh, yeah. So wait, 28 is... Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to just do some math. Okay. Yeah, you definitely knock off a couple of its, like, metal plates, and you can, like, the outer layer of, like, metallic muscle that you had done on it. There's definitely some gouges out of it missing, and you see this trying to reform, but it can't fully, because the blows of, like, your blows don't seem to be doing as much as you expect, but the sheer size of your fist is just blowing away so many per punch that, like... It's doing quite a bit, and he's definitely, you see a little bit of oil trickling from a couple of spots on its body. It's definitely not looking great.
We'll move here.
Alright, I take it that is all?
Yes. 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Yes, that is all.
Alright, Riku.
Okay. So
Is you unconscious?
no, I'm
He
fine.
blocked.
You took. Oh, okay. I was like.
Yeah, he
wow.
blocked. He used his stamina to block and take
Okay,
half
I was like,
damage.
geez, you took a lot of damage. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because like when I first saw that other
was-
roll I did, which was like 17, it's like, oh, if I do 2 rolls of like 17, even blocking, he would be done.
Yeah.
But then I rolled like 18, I'm like, oh yeah, he can block and survive that.
The only reason why me and him are still up, me because I'm a Majin, he because he blocks.
Yeah.
Blocks and then he gets his stamina back, so he's
Yeah.
pretty tanky.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. I will zip around this thing. Here.
Oh, you. Oh. Hell yes.
And as I'm flying over, like around it, I'll like send key blasts, like sort of like Iron Man. I'm like flying around his body. Oh, that hits.
Oh, so close. The 24
doesn't
actually
hit?
does not hit.
What? Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, it's so
Okay,
close.
thank God you got flanking. What the fuck?
Ugh.
Alright, so second
Okay,
attack.
27.
There we
27
go.
hits.
There we go. That definitely hits.
Okay. I don't know why I rolled twice for. You know what? Let me switch.
No,
it
you
to-
have advantage because of monkey.
Okay, yeah. I'll just roll twice and stick with the left side because that's what I did reflexively in the first place. The second attack, that's a 9. Let's see if we crit though. Okay, no crit. And then I'll spend 2 stamina for. That's definitely a miss.
So close.
24.
No, more misses. All right, whatever. It's still some damage, and I'm not suffering a huge loss with stamina.
Yeah, that the key blast definitely did some damage. It definitely is still something.
And now we're in flanking position, which is good. So that is
yeah.
my turn.
Yeah, Riku and Garlock are flanking.
It's the
and,
next
oh,
turn,
jeez.
Garlock about to go ham. Well, unless this thing kills me.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look at what it can do.
Just has explosive
What
rage.
would it do?
We get fucked.
Self-destruct.
I'll be like, oh no!
Oh, I just know. I want to see. Okay, how far away are all of you guys from each other? Is the real question here. Well, you're. Okay, so what if it did that? It would not be able to hit you. Darn. Okay, darn. I mean, it still sees its biggest threat as the monkey. So, sorry, not sorry,
I mean, dude,
monkey.
I'm
Monkey see,
I'm
monkey
doing
do.
my job, dude. I'm a tank.
And yeah, it sees you as the it's.
Yeah, I'm charisma, dude.
I mean, its intelligence is not very high, so or its wisdom. You know, granted, it's got a little bit of a buff now, but its wisdom is naturally not very high. So it's just gonna monkey see, monkey do. 1, 2, 3.
31 hits.
And of all of those, only one hit. Jeez.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so low. Oh, 3 and a 1. Oh, ouch.
Garlock he's at half health,
And
but he's still be champion.
bonus action. You know what? He's just gonna stick with what he's been doing.
That hits.
Ooh, oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm
Wow. The crit damage is so bad.
Monkey almost out. Monkey's at free HP. This is
Ouch.
Monkey's last stand, boys. King Kong about to go down, fall off the tower.
King Kong's starting to see the planes.
What? Oh no. It's time to wrap this
Ouch.
up, Hale and Monkey. Let's do this. Let's take them out. Thank God it's repositioning Riku, because oh god, we needed that.
Now it is Hale's turn.
Okay. How's this thing looking after it took those last monkey hits?
Pretty bad. Like,
okay.
it's definitely looking a little. Actually, it is actually weak enough that you can actually see that some of the layers of muscles and stuff have actually thinned out a little bit. It looks like it kind of like thinned out, so by like it covering back over again, but thinned out. So it definitely looks a little less beefy as he was before.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm putting my whole thing into this.
Oh,
He's got key exhaustion. Let's go!
Yep, I literally dropped down to 0. I am also burning all 3 of my remaining stamina.
Oh my god!
I'm doing 4
Okay.
attacks.
You got this.
alrighty.
You got this.
Which this
Well,
bumps
you
me
got
up to
plus 10, so
D8s, I believe.
Yes.
'Cause it's,
yeah, and you got plus 10, so
Come on.
Just beat a 25. No!
that hits.
22,
Wait, that hits?
18.
Yeah, because remember I said
Okay.
he's not as beefy as he looked
Okay.
before.
14.
One hits though. One hits. That's good.
Damn it! I just
One
put my
dice hit.
whole everything into that.
I mean, yeah, one hits though.
Oh.
One
Yeah.
hit.
Again, it's like, but again, all your other ones were like a 7,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
12
or look,
bludgeoning.
4,
That's
a
still
4,
good.
a 6. Jeez. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, and
I put all my luck into that
It-
initial
oh, it
nat
is-
like nat 20.
Oh, that would have been great.
it is looking pretty bad. You think one more decent strength blow might be able to do it, but
As Hale falls back to the ground after doing this jump and unleashing a flurry of blows, 3 of which getting absorbed by the nanites running over this thing's body, but one of them, as he does the fucking broccoli, or Rock Lee, and with the first 3 hits, the nanites get thrown apart, and then the last one he cracks right into the center gem with his fist,
And
falling back to the
actually,
ground. And
once again, as you destroy a bunch of its nanites, the nans kind of spread it out, and it kind of the extra layers of muscles that like. This thing is already huge, but like imagine a great ape and then like brawly great ape. That's what it was. But now it's like just slightly more tanky looking than it was before. But now it's even less, just slightly big, more like has a few extra layers more than what it had prior. It's definitely looking pretty hard.
in a panted breath, he looks to Garlock and basically says, "Finish this, monkey!"
Garlock, I think, just roars back, not even knowing what's going on. He's in like full berserk mode.
And speaking of the monkey,
Alright, free stamina. Thank you, Riku, for that positioning. Let's see. Let's see if we can finish the job together. That's a 25.
that will hit. Roll damage.
23. That's a nat 20.
Yeah, okay, so let me do some math on that. 23. Oh, damn it. So 23, half of that is
Nat 20.
So for your first blow brings him down to 2 hit points, and the nat 20 does it in.
Done!
How would you like to do this?
I think Garlock pure enrage at... Maybe there's some small part of him that's like trying to get together, but lost in that pure primal fury. He just holds his hands up like together, and with all of his might, he smashes through this robot skull, like hands going straight through it as a massive roar leaves his body.
And bloop, it is done.
Yeah.
Alberto,
And then Piccolo
Piccolo summons another. That was just a warm-up.
I'll be like, the moon only has 10 hit points. As long as you blow it up.
I
we're
just like quickly fly over there because I can move 120 feet.
Yeah.
And I will use Dodon Ray as he gets into the special beam cannon position and charges up key energy into his fingers and unleashes it at the sun.
Now we just have to survive for a full minute.
Oh, no!
Boys.
Okay, wait, that goes through. Okay.
Yeah, I have enough key to do it twice.
Okay. I was worried. I was like, only 6. No, it has 10 hit points. Yeah.
You hear over the intercom, "How dare you do that pose with such a pathetic attack?" I've showed you that move like 20 times. How do you not know special beam cannon yet?
I'm working on it. Leave me alone.
I mean, now all we have to do is keep alive for a full minute while he detransforms. Because it takes a minute.
No, if I'm not... Wait, is that
The celestial body that triggered the transformation is no longer in view for you for a full minute.
What? Oh, I didn't think about that!
Can we fight Garlic now?
I guess, yeah.
Monkey... Yeah, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I have a question. Monkey's at low HP. I'm just gonna deck him in the face.
Go for it, yeah.
Actually,
Roll
fuck,
to
it
hit.
goes into AC like crazy.
My AC's only 25, so...
It's the same AC as the robot.
25. Okay. Hail. Tired and pissed off. For the love of God, you fucking dice. Oh my god.
All you have to roll is a 15 or higher, and you're still rolling on the die. You're still rolling all the 3.
I'll
It's
fly
really
over and
it's
I'm gonna hit
really
him.
rough.
I'm gonna hit him with the bootleg special beam cannon.
Yeah, that knocks him out.
Okay, this doesn't count. I just want to see, out of combat, how do I roll? Still the same. I'm just cursed. I got one good roll the entire fight.
Bro, that's why.
Oh, jeez.
I kept rolling bad too. That's why I just figured I'd play
Yeah.
support and try and flank.
Why there tiny Garlock?
Garlock's back. He lost all of his weight in the great.
So we got regular Garlock, and there's tiny Garlock as well for some reason. That's weird.
He
Okay.
duplicated. He learned duplication.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think as Garlock like looks at you all with like pure anger and hate in his eyes, one Dodon Ray just completely knocks him out with how weak he is, and he drops to the floor.
Oh wait, it's because I've been rolling as Obi-Wan. I think if I change my name, it'll give me good rolls again.
It'll give me good luck. It has to be that.
Yep.
Lord Hail.
Whoa, yeah.
Uh,
There you go.
First roll, I switch it back 19.
Plus, as well with key exhaustion, it fucks up your rolls. So that's rough. It doesn't let you add your dex mod. Well, does it add? It's either dex mod or proficiency to hits. It's just.
It's your proficiency to your AC.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know. So I don't fuck myself over.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your
Which for Hale is a really big
Yeah,
penalty
for
since
later
he
levels,
has
that's
his
gonna be
full
bad.
proficiency. He goes from getting a plus 15 to a plus 0 on top of it. So it's like, ooh.
At this point,
Good.
I'm only at 19 AC because I just lost the 3 bonus from my proficiency.
19? You
Yeah.
got a AC of 22?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, full proficiency plus dex plus whiz.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wild.
my
And
AC,
my
AC
and my
naturally
cloak.
is a 22.
My AC's an 18.
Yeah, so you got double-
What the fuck?
Double whiz plus half proficiency,
Yeah.
which at this level half proficiency because it's half proficiency rounded up, so it's only a difference of a plus 3 to a plus 2 between. So it's just because you have a higher dex and higher wisdom.
Yo, I'm using my AC's an 18. What the fuck is this bullshit? No.
Well, you're also just using armor.
I mean, yeah.
Granted, if you weren't wearing armor, your AC would be even lower.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I want
It'd be like what, 14?
it'd be I think 16, but yeah.
Oh yeah, because proficiencies. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I just wanted to wear armor. That's about it.
And so far, it's effective. I mean, if you weren't, it'd be way lower. So it's working.
As the
And so
as the fight ends, he drops out of the wolf stance and into the emperor stance. With the extra
and the hologram begins to fade away, and you just hear, well, that was pretty good. I turned that up pretty high.
turned it up from a 1 to a 2.
He glances over you, sees how bad you guys are. He's like, good. I'm glad to see that you take your training seriously. In a real fight, you'd have to go all out, and it seems that all three of you really took this thing out with all your strength, which is good. He's like, he kind of looks over at you, all three of you again. And he's like, know that I'm not going to go easy on any of your training. If I'm ever having to train you three again, it's not going to be any easier than that.
I love
Training should be just as dangerous as real life.
I love how he's giving a lecture and Garlock just fainted on the floor. Just like, you three have to do training and Garlock just,
Well, the thing is he knows that you've probably already had this conversation with Icer, so he's like, whatever. I mean, Riku's also had this conversation, so he's more or less just saying this to Hale.
Hale is literally just like, I have been literally killed by my own dad. Nothing you can do can top that. He blew up a moon to spite me.
Oh my god. that robot was insanely tough. I was
There was a lot.
I was like, I'm probably not gonna use burst open mix for a while because it's pretty dangerous. Robot comes in. Hey, y'all wanna die? No, we don't wanna die.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you asked for.
My mental image of why my stamina is so low is that my stamina and ki is that Hale literally can't let out all of his potential stamina, so he just limits himself to a certain amount and is like, okay, that's what I can handle.
Because if you go too much, you potentially have the risk of blowing up.
Brother, you guys have like 40 stamina or some shit, because you guys were burning at every turn.
Honestly, it was mostly because here's the thing: Garlock regains stamina and HP when in Ozaru form, right, which is super juicy, and he already has good stamina. Bro over here, King, just doesn't need regains it, which is so unbelievably good.
He spends 3 and then regains it back, so it's like
so good, man. Why do you think I was like Prodigy is like one of the best in the game?
Yeah, but give you regen until 20th.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I regenerate 2 stamina a turn.
It's so good.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Especially because I don't have power-ups or anything right now, but I can still at least attack you 4 times a turn and not suffer.
That is true.
Neither do I have a power up.
Neither do
So it
well.
works. Yes,
Technically,
you do. You have transformation.
I
That's-
don't.
That's
That
what
is
I
not
mean.
that's not power up. That's a transformation. It's
Well,
different.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, and mine costs an action that can then kill me that
Yo.
same turn.
And
Oh,
mine
no.
cost an action and it kills you guys. So you know.
Yeah.
See, I'll just fly away. GG's.
Yeah.
All I need to do is blow
The
up the
fact
moon.
you
We're good.
also have a fly speed, I was worried that like, oh man, Hale's got some pretty good stats right now. If I go all out on this, I hope it's not like too over the top. You're just like, bitch, I'm Superman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. I see. He just has stuff that was realistic for Piccolo to train him in. So like,
Yeah.
he has basic flight speed.
How do you
He-
have like 90 fly speed though? You can only get it in
Alright,
like 10
So
foot increments.
I have a thing called He's Fast, a heroic
Yes.
feature.
So he can
So-
just dash as a bonus
so-
action.
Yeah, and then double dash. So bonus action dash, action dash. My 15 flight speed
He's
becomes
bird.
a 30 base because of He's Fast with the bonus action. So that 30 becomes a 60, and then that 60 becomes
No,
uh,
your
90.
dash is you just do your dash. If you're doing your dash twice, it's just 15 and 15.
no,
Uh,
but it adds base 15 movement speed on top of your base.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it becomes 30 when you dash, and then you do the
He's
30 on
basically
top
the
of that.
birder of our
Yeah.
universe.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And
I mean,
Hale did
technically, in
well.
second form, I do have a movement speed of 70, but that's
And-
only on the ground.
And Hale did well. It's just you rolled like you had
Yeah,
probably the
literally,
best.
if I'd rolled anything above
You-
like a 2,
You did do
Yeah.
you did do well as well because you took out the mini one and then Garlock was like, well, we're fucked if I take the big one. Because I think Garlock was the only one that actually took damage, and that that hurt.
Because you were dealing the most damage to
Yeah.
it. It was you guys both had a pretty sure like very similar damage to each other. So he's like the robot in his hand. He's like calculating risk.
Yeah.
These guys
Yeah.
aren't doing
And
much.
I'm glad because not glad for that, but I was gonna suppress my key, but like I didn't need to because he just attacked you.
He was just like, I'm done. Fuck this monkey. Which I mean, that was my job as a Majin. It's so unbelievably good to be able to tank. It's like Hale for right now beats us in transformations once he starts training, but right now, being a Majin is just my job to take damage. You know.
And it makes sense for like Hale's story, like that, like he has to self-limit himself because like he has the potential to go to final form right away, but if he does, he just dies.
Yeah.
So he's like purposely putting limiters on himself to not kill himself.
yeah.
Once he gets
So he's like, maybe I'm limiting myself too much.
yeah.
it was good.
And also like story-wise, it's just like, would Hale want to show off in front of these guys? Probably not.
Yeah.
Anyway, Piccolo, you know, he seems impressed by your guys' efforts, and he's like, well, I let you guys, you know, enjoy the rest of the day. You guys can go around the facility, you know, talk with anyone, rest up if you need to. You know, we'll begin more official training the following day. And he kind of just leaves and just walks away.
Leaves with the body that's just on the fucking wasteland. You're like, bye, you deal with him.
Pretty much.
So, I imagine that is a call for a long rest.
Yeah,
Yes.
without a doubt.
And so I imagine Hale just kind of goes about his day, getting some like wine from the commissary, or from Icer if he has refused wine, he would go and request it because it's like from Icer specifically. And probably have a bit of a conversation with his cousin. I doubt about anything important enough to go over.
All right, so you're just pretty much resting. Are you
Yeah.
guys? Have you other two? Are you guys all full resting? Are you going to want to like look around and chat with any of the other people here? Or are you just
I
gonna
think Gorlock.
wait for the next day?
I think Gorlock would once he like recovers, because Great Ape does bring a big strain on the body, so he's waiting for himself to get better. Like once after he takes a long rest or a full rest, he's like, all right, time to check some stuff out, you know. But for now, it's like he's pushed his body much more than everybody else because he's got a level of exhaustion. I need that rest. Yeah, it fucks him up.
Actually, I
Alright,
do think there
so-
would be one request Hale would have. To not have people freak out if they feel a spike of ki. And he looks him in the face, like looks Icer in the face if he's allowed a meeting. And he's basically like, you know how we have to do things.
Definitely getting a meeting with Icer would be a little bit more difficult. But he would definitely say you would get a meeting, but it might take like a day or two.
Yeah. So he's basically just trying to be like, you know how we have to train to get things under like lock and key. I don't want people kicking in my door if they feel my room get hotter.
Yeah, you'd probably hear from someone like you say you try and get to him, and they're like, yeah, a meeting might take like a day or two. So you're probably like, can I send a memo? And they're like, oh yeah, that works. So you just like write it like a
Send him
note
an
or an
email.
email to him. Yeah.
Keep your soldiers away from
And-
my room. I need to train.
And Riku is just going to be training apparently.
Yeah.
So actually, with that, so you learn you learn that there are several different types of training facilities. There's obviously gravity rooms, training rooms like this. There's also like shooting ranges where you can test your ki blast, test your accuracy, and like push your like accuracy and distance of your ki blast and just overall power of them.
That's cool.
You know, test it
I
out.
wanted to
and-
mainly check out the facilities and what like it has to offer. And since after a short rest, his health and stamina is fine, and his ki is fine. Like literally everything is fine after a short rest.
Hey, we good.
uh,
Footwear squad, rise up.
I'm just gonna like go to like probably if I see the range, I'll go work my ki blasts because I was very inaccurate today, and he's
Right.
not feeling
Give me a
too
perception
happy
check.
about it whatsoever.
Turns out
but-
you were accidentally doing the Masenko with your pinky and ring finger. Like, oh, that's the wrong
Yeah,
side of the
give
hand.
Give me a perception check when you go into the range.
I'll wait till he's done. Oh, nice.
Oh Jesus.
He is the sniper. He's got good
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. So you walk in, and it's like there's probably like at least like 100 different lanes. Like this place, like the facility is like huge, and so just this and this is on like the bottom floor. Like you walk down like 10 stories, like you're just walking around, and there's like so many training facilities, and you're like, okay, I know there's a shooting range. And, oh, there it is, and it's like the entire bottom floor basically. And at the very, very last one, you're looking around, you see everyone has everything at probably like a good like 15 to 30 foot range, and you're just barely able to notice it because there's so many things. But you see this one dude at the very end has the like dummy that he's practicing on. It's like 300 feet down away, and he just got one hand out with like finger guns, pew, 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 pew. And it's hitting the exact same spot
Cut
right
out.
in the forehead repeatedly. Just pew, 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 pew. Just rapid fire. Like if any of you have seen Suicide Squad, he's like Deadshot, just rapid fire in the exact same spot. And behind him, you see he's got like a small little entourage of like 4 to 5 like females going like, ooh, ah, like heart eyes, just like staring at him. And slowly he begins walking away. The guy walks away, and you see as he walks away, he's just got like black pants on, no shirt, this like greenish, bluish, teal colored hair. Both eyes are like completely red, and he's just walks over, starts walking with like a towel over his shoulder, and he sees you, and he's like, "Oh hey, you must be one of the new guys."
Riku, he nods and smiles. Yeah, name's Riku, and
He puts out a hand. He's like, "The name's Ori."
Ori. I'll shake it. Nice to meet you. You're pretty accurate.
Yeah, I try to be. Unfortunately, it's kind of he kind of points out of his eyes. It's kind of comes with these. He points at his two glowing red eyes.
That's kind of interesting. That stance you do with the finger gun. Yeah, I've always done that too.
He just kind of smiles. You know, it's always easier to get a clear lineup when you're directly pointing at where you want to shoot.
Yeah, that is fair. That stance you use, you know, like the finger gun thing. I've always done that too.
Okay, again, he just kind of smiles. Yeah, it's a pretty good stance.
You mind showing me a few tricks when you're not busy?
He kind of looks at you. He kind of looks at you. He kind of smiles. He's like, you know, normally I would say yes, but. Back.
Yeah, I think
That from
based
now
on like,
on.
you should just use more.
Yeah.
The what?
Read what you did.
You do have a
5 key blasts in quick succession with the finger.
Yeah. So all of those of those but one would hit.
Nice. Okay. I had to impress this dude. Make sure he comes and looks for me.
Yeah,
when he
I
comes
imagine like
back.
the first two.
Oh, I know.
Memorable.
You.
The first two you shoot, they hit not. You're kind of either like all disappointed. Fire off.
Not a secret.
Yeah, impress this dude. You start trying to shoot, but like a range warden like walks past immediately, like, "Hey, you gotta move forward."
Yeah, and I would just sit there and work on my accuracy.
Hey, no
and,
crossfire.
I'm mainly what I'm
Focus on class, while simultaneously honing in on people's key signatures around the base. Because big combat or something like that, you're usually bombarded with he's trying to simulate that.
Immediately you start doing that. Immediately you can immediately tell like it's definitely going to take a little while to hone it to be truly precise, but you can definitely tell the guy Ori is definitely one of the biggest key signatures in this entire base. The only one that's higher is Icer and Piccolo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Doing some of.
I'll wait till you guys are done for me to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely with that, yeah, so you're definitely
nice.
getting a feel for
Yeah.
key sense. It's definitely not precise, but you're definitely able to tell. Get going.